Whatever you do, don't turn off this video. It's already too late, and you need to know what's happening. It might not feel like it, but a trigger word has been planted in your subconscious, and upon hearing it, you will die. If you even think it, you will die. Which is why it would be irresponsible of me to even give you a hint to help you avoid it. Just kidding, of course. I got a new thingy to help my recording sound better. What do you think? It's time for another of those variety videos I talked about at the start of the month, because there's a whole bunch of stuff I want to talk about, but I don't want to talk about any one of these things for too long. First up is Resident Evil 7. I hope there's nothing like the dog. No? Okay. Ah! For fuck's sake! I think we're good. Up the ladder. Fam, are you fucking kidding? Let's go around then. Okay, we can get out now. Ah! The fuck? I don't like that. I bought it as soon as it came out, streamed the first couple hours and enjoyed it so much that I couldn't help but keep playing on my own. Unfortunately, it kinda goes downhill. The beginning of the game is superb. It's truly awesome. The balance of tension, grotesqueness, camp goofiness, and terror is just brilliant. The silliness of it doesn't take away from the game's ability to scare you, instead leaving you embarrassed that you were scared. The building you're in at the start is beautiful, in a mucky, gory kind of way. And I thought to myself, holy shit, the game actually looks like this, more than once. In fact, I'd say the exploration element of Resi 7 makes for a better walking simulator than any of the walking simulator games we've seen over the years. The middle section of the game is still okay, but the brilliance starts to fade a bit as you start to stockpile some serious firepower and the sense of mystery dissipates. This is where you'll start to realize, oh yeah, I'm not really inside of a long-lost Evil Dead movie. This is a video game. And things will start to feel a lot more formulaic. Still charming though, and the impression the intro gives will linger for a while. But then you get to the last, I don't know, quarter, maybe third of the game, and it just sucks. Everything that made me excited to play more after the stream I did gets thrown away. The last unique area you visit being the ultimate letdown. Without spoiling too much, the incredible detail of the early game is discarded for blank walls and copy-pasted basic enemies. The worst being when at one point a bullet spongy thing you fought a couple of times before appears again, but there are two of them. That's right, you're playing a video game! You're playing a video game! Don't let that atmosphere draw you in. Instead, just imagine the creators of the game as they make lazy decisions to finish this project of theirs. For fuck's sake, the one time I get drawn into atmosphere as the kind of guy who normally enjoys gamey games and getting to grips with mechanical skill, they screw it up. Like this kind of thing. Is my jam. I like games to be games, like more related to sport than movies or anything like that. I finally get a touch of magic in a single player game and it snuffs itself out. God damn it. Oh well, on to the next thing. Trump's attempted so-called Muslim ban. Holy shit, what a stupid, ham-fisted, poorly prepared mess. It's perfect. Madonna jokingly said she feels like bombing the White House. But what does she think Trump is? He's almost a bomb. He's a social accelerant who will cause cultural fires to burst forth. Donald Trump is the punishment America deserves, and he will scorch and peel back the pretty language coating the ugliness almost every faction of society carries. I was warming myself by the glow of the internet conflagration sparked by his executive order last night and trying to wrap my head around something. Looking at the order, it's kind of feminist. Restrict the majority groups of some countries, let some oppressed minorities in on a case-by-case basis. Trump's order could turn the US into a safe space for those marginalized in Muslim countries, like a university room that forbids whites from entering, that prevents the oppressor from roaming among the oppressed. But the people opposed to it are calling it Nazism. Here's a great tweet I stumbled across from some random person. Make America great again is the new swastika, and America says it's okay to punch Nazis. I retweeted it and someone was confused, so I confirmed what this person was saying. Some folks are basically considering the premise of my Am I a Nazi video and promoting the expanding acceptance of violence as a good thing. With Trump's election has come a very strange flip and pick and mix of where the sides stand. Shit's going to continue to get very real, but also bizarre at the same time. And on that note, JonTron streamed with Sargon of Akkad last night. It should have been expected that something like this would happen eventually. I mean, the signs were there. But it still seems so surreal. I used to put Game Grumps on in the background while I played Guild Wars 2. It's just weird to hear this now coming from him. But then again, I never used to care too much about any of the stuff I now talk about regularly. If I got dragged into it, why wouldn't anyone else? And it's probably more likely to happen to you if you're as popular as JonTron, because people will want you on their side, right? There's pressure there. It was only a matter of time before he had to say something or lose his mind. At least I imagine that's the case, and that's the impression I got listening to him. And while he's definitely a shitlord, I would say, don't trust what you might read about what he said on Tumblr. Not that I'm suggesting you would, but during what I watched of his conversation with Sargon and Dr. Lehman, he said some conservative-y stuff, but nothing I'd call extreme at all. If I'm remembering correctly, he expressed a preference for charity over welfare. We're talking that kind of thing. There was definitely nothing that could be used to paint him as some kind of fascist or white nationalist. I don't even think he counts as white to your average white nationalist, does he? I don't know. Yeah, he knows what the 14 words are.
So, John, you realise you're going to cop a whole load of shit for coming in my stream. So,
am I? Why?
Well, because there are plenty of people who hate me.
John, trust me. If you want to get out of this safe, right? Just say 1488. There's the kikes. Race one out. Trust me. I'm a fucking expert on this.
You want me to say the 14 words? Is that it?
You know!
But so does anyone trying to make anything out of him knowing them, and not being totally horrified by the reference. So, try again. Alright, yeah, I think that's going to be all for this time. The hardest thing about this kind of video is coming up with a title. So if it ends up being dumb, don't worry, I know. Well, I don't know right now, because I haven't picked a title yet. I'm thinking of naming vids like this after one of the topics included. That or just let the winds of meme magic guide me. I'm thinking maybe John Con, but then people are going to think I'm calling him a con artist, when that's like John Conservative. It's not good though. What the fuck do I call this shit? And then there's the challenge of the thumbnail. Do I go with the brain and the white writing underneath, or do I have something more interesting? And what do I pick for this video where I've talked about multiple things? And what writing do I put on it? Because you've got to put writing on it, right? It's a rule of YouTube. Anyway, seriously, like I asked at the beginning, please tell me if you think this sounds better, and definitely tell me if it sounds worse. I got this eyeball thing that goes over my mic and should cut out a bit of my computer's noise and prevent some echo stuff and whatever else it's meant to do. So, yeah. As usual, that's just another one of my harmful opinions.